Hello everyone. Today I want to talk about leadership because the quality of its leaders can greatly influence the performance of a team. For instance, during the 2010 World Cup, France's soccer team completely fell apart, despite them being regarded as one of the best teams in the world. One of the players got into a verbal fight with a coach, and after that match, he got eliminated from the squad. The rest of the players disagreed with the actions of the team's management and refused to practice. This led to the team being eliminated from the tournament shortly after. In the aftermath of all these events, both players and coaches blamed each other for their behavior. On the other hand, there's also plenty of examples of great leaders. For instance, former college basketball coach Bob Knight once said, "To be as good as it can be, a team has to buy into what you as the coach are doing. They have to feel that you are part of them and they are part of you." This is the kind of leadership that the French team was clearly missing. How to be an effective leader is not straightforward, since it depends on many different factors. For instance, according to the multidimensional model of leadership, to be an effective leader, you have to take into account the characteristics of the team, the personality of the leader, as well as situational circumstances. So this means that being an effective leader in a recreational pee-wee hockey team looks completely different from being an effective leader in a professional NFL football team. However, what is consistent about effective leaders is that they try to motivate and inspire people to go beyond what they expected from themselves and what other people expected from them. The way they do this is through displaying 4 different types of behaviors. And together, these 4 types of behaviors form the concept of transformational leadership. So, in this video, I want to look at what transformational leadership is and how you can use those 4 types of behaviors to become an effective leader. Transformational leadership can be seen as leading by example rather than leading by exerting power. This results in followers who want to be led by a transformational leader. Displaying this kind of behavior will have the effect of greater commitment, better motivation and team cohesion, as well as increased performance within the followers. In order to achieve this, 4 types of behaviors should be displayed: idealized influence, inspirational motivation, intellectual stimulation, and individual consideration. Idealized influence means that a leader behaves like the followers are expected to behave, turning leaders into role models that are respected and trusted. A coach that arrives at a practice 30 minutes early shows what is expected of athletes and influences their behavior in order to do the same. Another example is a star player that always gives 100% effort during a practice, showing his or her teammates that they are expected to do the same. Inspirational motivation revolves around pushing people to go further than they thought they could. This can be achieved by providing positive encouragement and showing belief that somebody can reach their objectives. For instance, a coach that sets out challenging goals for his team and never shows any doubt that his team will reach the goal. Intellectual stimulation is displayed by challenging followers to think and act for themselves, thereby engaging them to make decisions and reflect on their own behavior. For instance, a coach can ask, "How do you think you can do better?" instead of providing that information to the athlete. Lastly, individual consideration means that a leader is genuinely involved and concerned about his individual followers' needs and demands. For instance, a manager that knows the personal situation of all of his employees or a coach that is thrilled because one player improved on one skill she had been struggling with for a while. Together, these 4 behaviors will make a leader truly stand out to his or her followers. And the good news is, great leaders are made and not born. There are many things you can do to improve your leadership behavior. On the other hand, it is hard to start incorporating these behaviors within your leadership role. First, you'll have to accept that everything you say and do matters when you're in a leadership position. Your followers will be looking to you for guidance and advice in every situation. And being a leader is a full-time job. Second, you have to write down what of these 4 leadership behaviors you can incorporate within your role. And lastly, you'll have to reflect and be critical about the way you are filling in your leadership position. Remember, if you want your followers to go above and beyond what is expected from them, you'll have to do the same thing regarding your leadership. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you learned a little bit more about leadership and how to incorporate the 4 types of behavior in your position. Please make sure to like and subscribe to my channel. It really helps me out, and happy holidays to everyone.